ju lus që të zini vendet. Zonja dhe zotëri deputet, ju lus të zini vendet e juve sepse presidenti i Slovenisë, i Kosovës, po vinë në salë dhe kryetari i parlamentit.
Të nderuar deputet të Kuvendit të Republikës Kosovës, i nderuari presidenti i Republikës së Kosovës, zotri Hashim Thaçi, i nderuar kabinet qeveritar, të nderuar përfaqësues të ambasadave në Republikën e Kosovës, përfaqësues shoqërisë civile dhe mediave, zonja dhe zotrinj. Në prag të 10 vjetorit të pavarësisë së Republikës së Kosovës, vendi ynë është nderuar me vizitën e presidentit të Republikës së Slovenisë, zotri Borut Pahor. Zotri president, mirë se keni ardhur në Kosovë. Të nderuar qytetarë të Republikës së Kosovës, të nderuar deputet, i nderuari president Thaçi dhe kabinet qeveritar. Vizita e presidentit Pahor në Kosovë është dëshmia e partneritetit dhe miqësisë që kemi ndërtuar në mes të dy shteteve tona. Slovenia në vazhdimsi ka qenë për krah Kosovës në të gjitha proceset e saj historike. Duke pasur këtë mbështetje, sot Kosova ndihet më e sigurt dhe më e fuqishme në rrugën e saj euroatlantike. Vetë ky adresim i presidentit Pahor në Kuvendin e Republikës së Kosovës shpreh më së miri frymën e partneritetit dhe bashkëpunimit mes dy vendeve tona. Zotri president Pahor, qytetarët e Kosovës dhe Kuvendi i Republikës së Kosovës janë të nderuar të dëgjojnë fjalën tuaj. Fjala është për ju.
Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, members of the House, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I came to Kosovo as your friend, as the president of a state which has friendly relations with your country. I arrived on the eve of the 10th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence so that we could deepen these excellent relations. On the occasion of the Jubilee of the Republic of Kosovo, please, Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, members of the House, please accept my sincere congratulations, the congratulations of the state I represent, and the best wishes of all our people for your successful future. Friends, Slovenians and Kosovo Albanians understood and supported each other during our efforts to achieve the independence of our two countries, Slovenia and Kosovo. We sincerely supported each other as we did not exercise our right to self-determination in a way that was directed against other nations. The establishment of our own states was justified with the commitment that our states would be democratic, governed by the rule of law, and fair to all our people, governed, as I said, by the rule of law, that would be states that respect human dignity and human rights, including the rights of national minorities. As Slovenians and Kosovo Albanians established independent states, we, as majority, assumed the responsibility of enabling the preservation and development of national minorities to the best of our abilities. This is our high duty. In this sense, I came to Kosovo as a friend of Kosovo Albanians and Serbs, and of all other nations who live in Kosovo today. I take the liberty to assess that from the aspect of domestic and foreign policy. It is crucial for Kosovo's development that it facilitate the legal and political preservation and strengthening of national minorities. Mr. Speaker, in spite of certain problems, Slovenia is on course to arrange its relations with its neighbors after over 25 years since we established our own state. I do understand the complexity of this very difficult task. Therefore, it is with great respect that I supported the efforts of official Pristina and Belgrade to gradually resolve open mutual issues through bilateral negotiations and with the support of European Union. I know from the Slovenian experience how important it is to respect agreements. Not only it is essential to solve problems, it is also essential to deepen trust and strengthen overall cooperation. As your friend, Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, as your friend, I take the liberty to try to convince you to keep working intensively on these bilateral negotiations and to fully respect agreements. This is extremely important, not only for resolving issues between two neighboring countries, Kosovo and Serbia, but also for the political atmosphere in the entire region and the attitude of the European Union to its expansion to the Western Balkans. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, you are familiar with the support provided by Slovenia and with my personal efforts to achieve peace, security, and Euro-Atlantic future for the states of the Western Balkans, including Kosovo. I generally support the recently presented EU strategy to expand to the Western Balkans. including the requirement for candidate countries to resolve all border issues prior to expansion. This strategy has certain important problems, ambiguities, which I have already pointed out to Brussels. And yesterday, we talked with your President on those important matters. But basically, it seems sensible to expect that candidate countries would solve the problems before entering the European Union. Open bilateral issues, including issues concerning border disputes, must be resolved prior to accession to the European Union. I understand the complexity of the task Kosovo faces in this regard. Among other things, this concerns the diplomatic recognition of your state. As a friend, Mr. President, as a friend, I would like to encourage you not to hesitate to resolve these issues. I know from the past and from the current events how difficult it is for you personally, for the Assembly, and for the government. But I think there is no other way to go. If we would like to build together a region of peace, stability, and welfare. As a friend, I would like to encourage you, as I said, not to hesitate to resolve these issues. Political courage, my dear friend, will be rewarded with your country's future successes, friendly relations with neighbors, and accession to the European Union and NATO. Slovenia will support, Mr. President, your effort. Slovenia strives for friendly and very good relations with all states in the Western Balkans. I am personally involved in these efforts as co-chair of the Brdo Briuni initiative. I am grateful to your President and all heads of states in the region for their trust and cooperation. We are all responsible, particularly heads of states in this part of Europe, for the peace, security, and welfare of our nations and states. The responsibility of the European Union is also important, but we must be aware that first and foremost, we ourselves are responsible for trust, good relations, and cooperation. It is a difficult, but also a very wonderful task, as the reward is our people's hopes for the future, and particularly a better future for our children. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, thank you for allowing me the great honor of addressing you. Let us nurture our friendship, encourage and support each other, and solve all problems of the modern world peacefully and with mutual respect. Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, I would like also to thank you for debate yesterday and today. It was very frank, and I will leave this beautiful country after 10 years of independence with very optimistic view on your future. It will not be easy. It will be a difficult task to achieve your goals. But you should know two things. First, that Slovenia is with you. And number two, that we would like to see your success and success of all nations and countries around you at the same time. It would be so inspiring. It would be so inspiring, ladies and gentlemen, if we would see better future for the region, for the entire region at the same time. Not country, against another country, but countries working together for the better future, for the secure future, for welfare of our children. We have an excellent momentum, we said yesterday with your President, an excellent momentum. when many of our colleagues in Brussels are the opinion that Western Balkan is the problem, we can transform this problem to the solution if we would work together in good faith, solve the problems, and respect the decisions. If that would be so, then I am not afraid that everybody, everyone in this region, could face the future with some hope and not with the fear. Wishing that, I am privileged to address you. I would like to thank you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Mr. President, najlepše hvala in Slovenian. Thank you very much. Me këtë nderuar kolegë deputet, e përfundojmë edhe këtë seancë nderimit Presidentit e Republikës Slovenisë, zotërit Boris Pahor. Faleminderit shumë.
Në 11:45 kthehet seanca, vazhdon, ju njoftojmë kur vazhdon, po besoj bashk koordinojnë kryetari i Kuvendit me kryetarin e grupit parlamentar të AK-s, sepse mendoj që kërkesa është e grupit parlamentar të LDK-s, falë se thash, dhe në këtë raport duhet të diskutojmë bashkë kur të alojmë seancën dhe të merremi vesh edhe me kryeministin kur vjen. Nëse ju jeni dakord, na e fillojmë që tash. Nuk kam unë për mu s'është ndaj problem. Ministra ka boll që nëse mendoni që duhet me caktu sot, na përcaktojmë edhe sot. Por unë mendoj që kryetari i grupit parlamentar me koordinu, thashtë LDK-s dhe kryetari i parlamentit, mes tyne. Po nëse doni e caktojmë për të ejten, a doni? Për të ejten, pas nesër. Ku është Abdullaj? Ati, kur pëtë? Ati shtë. Ati, o, Armen, ati shtë. Atëherë, me pëlqim të dy grupeve parlamentare, të Lidhjes Demokratike dhe të Vetëvendosjes, seanca mohet të ejtë në ora 10. Faleminderit.